I keep a lot of little like journals, little physical media. This seems excessive, but there is a system here, I promise you, okay? I thought I would give you guys a little tour of how I organize my thoughts in my life. So first of all, I have a daily planner, and then I also have a Commonplace book. I have this little like mixed media art pad, I guess, a book review journal, and then just my regular journal. And then I also have a file folder. So, which I kind of want to upgrade to something a little nicer. I've had this file folder for a long time. I want to start with my daily journal because this is something I absolutely swear by. I have kept a daily journal since I was probably about 13 or 14, and this is mine for this year, for 2025. But yeah, it's just this pink moleskin. I love it so much. I don't love promoting companies, but I do genuinely use moleskin. These are all moleskins. I mainly journal before bed because I find it the time that I have the most to say, especially if my mind is like kind of stuck in like a bit of a loop. I do try to like put my thoughts down because I find that's like a healthy way of dealing with them. When I first started journaling, actually, honestly, up until like about a year ago, I didn't think I was good at journaling. I would read my entries and they'd feel really like surface level. I'd get so exhausted after writing down my thoughts because it would be so emotional to do so. But a couple years ago, I made a commitment to journal every single day, and something changed in my ability to journal and my enjoyment level with it when I journaled more often. If you're first getting into journaling, I'd recommend getting a journal that makes you excited and happy, and then look up some prompts and try to journal like once a week, and then slowly like get away from the prompts and try to think about how you're feeling. That would be my recommendation. I don't know, I'm not some like journaling expert. It's just kind of my experience that, like all things, journaling took time to learn, and if I had given up right away, I never would have gotten to this place where I find it to be like very therapeutic and helpful. Okay, I'm just gonna move the camera because it's getting a little bit sunny. As usual, the sun is creeping in towards me. The next book we'll focus on is my Commonplace book. I started using a Commonplace book because I remember watching like a YouTube video where someone was like, you need to have a journal and a Commonplace book. Those two things can't be like conflated into the same thing. So this year my system's gotten like a little more complicated because I've been trying this out, and I have to say I'm really enjoying having a Commonplace book. A Commonplace book is much more complicated than a journal. I'd say the difference is that a journal is much more personal, whereas a Commonplace book is like a little research guide. It's basically like all your observations, quotes, poems, ideas that you kind of want to keep on hand. Basically what I was using my notes app for prior to this. Yesterday I worked on this, which was kind of a fun little exercise. When I wanted to start my Commonplace book, I started doing research on how different authors that I like kept a Commonplace book. And Virginia Woolf was pretty famous for cutting out passages from other books and then pasting them into her Commonplace book. I have this poetry book that I've loved for so long. It's Mary Oliver, it's Blue Horses. I think it's her 2014 poetry collection. I hadn't read that specific poetry collection since I was probably about 16 when I was in high school. And so I was looking through my pages that I had like dog-eared. If I like a page, a quote or something, I'll like dog-ear it at the bottom. And so I was flipping through and I found this one poem that I dog-eared all about meditation. And I thought it was so beautiful. It's called On Meditating, sort of. So I just pasted it in there and then did some annotations. And yeah, but I have really loved keeping this. Also, I love that it's small so I can just toss it in my bag. This is my little planner. I love this little planner. I actually just bought this. I used to keep a daily planner in my first few years of university, but then I kind of got out of the habit of it. I think a planner is nice because sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I actually don't know what I wanted to do today. And so you can fill this little planner full of ideas throughout the week of what you want to accomplish. And then all you have to do is just open it up and you have a perfect to-do list. This is what the planner looks like. It's got like the days and then it's got space on the side. So I like to write my weekly to-do list on here. It's very cute. It's very small. It's easy to just toss in your bag. And it's a great addition to these things. So then I'm not writing my daily to-dos in my journal. Instead, I can focus my journal on more of like my internal emotional stuff versus like my lists, those more like practical, technical kind of like boring things. I didn't even see. It comes with little stickers. That is so cute. This is why I love moleskin journals, because they always have nice little touches like that. It comes with little sticker packs. Okay, I'm gonna use those. What was I saying? I like this. I think this is very good. Yeah, it's nice to have the variety of these things, the more practical versus the more like emotional. Okay, and the last journal that I have is my book review journal. It is, again, say it with me, a moleskin journal. This time it's navy blue. I actually have had this moleskin journal since I was probably about 17. I would just write like the most random stuff in it. So I've been using it to write book reviews, but there's all these ripped out pages because I kind of wanted to have it fresh for the years. I've only read 5 books this year, so there's not much. I just try to write like a little summary of the reading and then some ideas and some thoughts that I have on it. Some of my friends and I are planning on starting a book club this summer, so I thought that maybe if I have this journal, then I also have all these notes already prepared for our first book club meeting. Okay, the last 2 are a little bit different. This is just kind of my mixed media. I think this is, yeah, it's just a mixed media notepad. I've almost finished this one. I've ripped out so many pages. I don't love to have drawings and sketches just sitting in a sketchbook. I think that's a very sad existence for them. So I like to put them places. And so here's like a little crayon drawing that I put. Another crayon drawing, just like a little kind of portrait of myself. It's at the front of my journal, so I remember kind of what I looked like at this age. I've been kind of like coloring, doing lots of like crayon sketches. I have been trying to do more drawings and stuff in practice because during my degree, I feel like I didn't draw enough. Now that I have more time off, I kind of want to draw and practice a little bit more. I love art. My number one dream in life is to find some way to make money off of making art. That would be super cool, but for now it's just kind of in my sketchbook. Yeah. Okay, I'm moving this camera one last time and then I will finish this video because the sun is very much taking over. So I have this little file folder. This is my last bit of like physical media that I keep. This is kind of where I've been keeping my printed off articles that I've been annotating. My best friend is still in university, so she sent me a couple of articles that I've printed off and annotated. And then I've also just got the odd one that I'm really interested in that I'll just print off of like Google Scholar, or I still have library access actually, so sometimes I print them off the library and yeah, just kind of like annotate them and go through them. I love having them here because I use them as references for writing and reading and just life. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Just let me know how your day's going. Engagement really helps my videos in the algorithm. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. It doesn't matter, but it would really help me out. So anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.